मुंबई। जो भी स्टेज के आसपास है मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ आके चेयर पकड़ ले, क्योंकि अगला सेशन जो हमारा होने वाला है बहुत ही फैबुलस सेशन है, बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग है। हमारे साथ कुछ ही समय में जुड़ने वाले इंटरनेशनल आर्टिस्ट मिस्टर JJ सवानी। सो आई एम श्योर कि यहाँ पे एक भी चेयर खाली नहीं दिखेगी। सो जो भी स्टेज के आसपास है हमारे पास, प्लीज आके अपनी चेयर पे बैठ जाइए, बिकॉज इट विल बी मैसिव हेयर शो गाइस। ऑलराइट, आप में से कल कौन कौन थे यहाँ पे? कितने लोग थे यहाँ पे? यू गाइस, आई सॉ यू, यस। और कोई? आपको मैं बता दो, कल का थोड़ा सा फ्लैशबैक देता हूँ आपको। कल हमारे बैक टू बैक एजुकेशनल सेशंस थे, काफी सारे लोग थे यहाँ पे, काफी सारे इंटरैक्टिव सेशंस भी हुए और बहुत सारे लोग बहुत कुछ गिफ्ट्स भी लेके गए, बहुत कुछ सीख के भी गए। आज भी वही होने वाला है, राइट? सो मैं नहीं चाहता कि कोई भी ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिस करे, क्योंकि आप अगर कोई सेमिनार में जाते हो तो जो आर्टिस्ट है कितना चार्ज करते, यू नो दैट, राइट? एंड प्रोफेशनल ब्यूटी प्रोवाइडिंग यू दिस एजुकेशन इज टोटली फ्री। और प्रोफेशनल ब्यूटी हेल्प करता है हमारी इंडस्ट्री को ग्रो करने के लिए, आगे बढ़ाने के लिए। तो हम जो आर्टिस्ट लेके आते हैं, हमारे साथ जुड़ते हैं, जो भी आर्टिस्ट है वो अपना कीमती समय आपको एजुकेट करने में देते हैं। तो मैं सिर्फ इतना ही चाहता हूँ कि ये सेशंस ब्लैंक ना रहे। आप सवाल पूछिए, आपको जो भी टेक्निक्स चाहिए वो पूछ सकते हो, राइट? सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग आवर टाइम, आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट ऑन द स्टेज मिस्टर JJ Savani, our hair guru, international artist, Mr. JJ Savani. Big round of applause for Mr. JJ Savani, guys.
2, 1, 2, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, PB Bombay, thank you for having me. How are you all today? I know it's early morning. Everybody okay? I heard 2 people there. Have you had your nashta, your chai, pani? सब कुछ खा लिया ना? I know I'm from England, लेकिन थोड़ा सा हिंदी तो आती है मुझको, सब कुछ समझ सकता हूँ. So if you have any questions through this, please do not feel afraid. You can ask me in Hindi, English or Gujarati. I understand all 3. But I'll try and answer in the best language possible, okay? So alongside with me today, I have a very talented creative artist that works alongside me. His name is Vin from Roots and Co. So can we give Vin a round of applause, please? Vin, come to the stage, please, my bro. That's that.
How is everyone doing? Can you hear me loud and clear? Kaise ho? Good morning to everyone. It's nice to be seen you guys here, ready for us.
Do you mean introduction in Gujarati?
Kem cho bada? Alright cho, maja ma cho. હું ને JJ સાથે આજે સ્ટેજ ઉપર તમને બતાડવાના છે.
Keep going, keep going.
આપણી ટેલેન્ટ UK ની. ગુજરાતીમાં હિન્દીમાં પણ વાત કરશું, હિન્દીમાં પણ વાત કરી શકતા હે?
Good. Perfect.
Hello.
Now this is why I bring him, because he can translate everything for me. So we're going to continue and we're going to start now, okay? So models, can I have my 2 models on stage, please? So if you can take a seat here for me, we're going to move you just about there.
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
Come, have a seat.
So, and we've got one more model here. So I'm going to just quickly talk through what I'm going to do. So I've got my wonderful model here, handsome model. He has very long hair, which you'll see. I've clipped up. What I'm going to do is a creative mullet without using clippers to show that you can still have this mullet look, but without having the harshness of the clippers. You can still have that soft effect, because style is always changing. The days of these sharp fades, harsh lines, or sab kuch like mine is going out of fashion. This is a very old-fashioned haircut. This is 3-4 saal pehle ka haircut hai. Yeah? I'm showing you stuff which is now trending in UK, Europe, USA. So what I've done to start off with, I've just done very basic sectioning from ear to ear. Occipital se, I've taken one section and then split down the center. All understand? Sab kuch samajh gaya? I'm going to start working on that and I'll talk to you what I'm doing. Vin, talk to us. You've already finished. How have you finished the haircut?
What I've done, I'm going to show you guys. So what I've done is just a quick teaser on what it's going to be looking like on one side compared to the grown area on this side. Now this is a mullet or a mohawk or whatever you want to call it. However,
Somebody get some water.
Santosh up here has got very long, bushy hair. And it looks very, very, very untidy. So I thought, you know what? Let me taper this in, give him a nice triangle shape with a square top, chop into it, I really want to enhance this area here of his hair. So I'm looking to do some sort of point into this section, going into his occipital, flaring it out, and I've got something special at the back to do. So I'll be showing you that throughout. If you got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you. So I've just opened up my section now. The reason why I removed from the occipital and below is just because I put some color in there, just to create some creativity. My length and my guide has already been cut. Straight, one length cut. One length cut has been done. Now it's how do I create this shape to add a soft, smooth, flowing look. So all I'm gonna do is literally take a center profile guide straight down the center. And we're just gonna layer it. The length I use is not from my one length. I'm not using this as my guide. I'm gonna create a completely new guide. The guide I'm gonna take is from the top. So I'm gonna take the guide from the top, work around, so it's gonna be shorter, 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 until it's at 90 degrees. When it's at 90 degrees, no matter how many layers I put, it will blend perfectly into the one length, okay?
Looking good, JJ.
So how are we getting on?
Yeah, good, good. So what I've done with his hair, how I've approached Santosh's hair, is literally put a number 4 using my Pro Masters by Iconic. The reason why I've used this is that so I can remove this bulk, the main weight that we want to try get rid of. So when it comes to trimming the main hair down, tapering it into his hair, it's going to make it much more easier. So I use this to remove bulk. So I'm going to go in with a number 3. So I'm working backwards. I'm 4, 3, 2, 1, half, 0.4321 and 0, and then going into the skin. And that's what I'm going to be fading into the beard later on, which I'll be showing you guys.
So as you can see, I've taken this layer and I'm pulling everything out at 90 degrees until it blends in. So first section, second section, everything 90 degrees out from the root until it blends in, giving me a soft amount of layers. I'm just going to continue this all the way around. Basic hairdressing techniques. What we are finding is a trend at the moment, and the easiest way of cutting hair is when you start combining the skills of hairdressing, the basic shapes, square layer, round layer, triangular layer. If you can apply these hairdressing techniques in men's hair, you will always find that the hair flows a lot better. Yeah? Simple things like this haircut here. I'm gonna pause you there, bro. I can come here and scissor over comb now. Lekin, this has been graduated. The reason for that is I then get all this movement and texture all the way through, which you will not get if you scissor over comb. And again, this graduation technique is simple hairdressing techniques. So it's about combining the two to give the best possible result. Because if you cut hair with shape, you'll find it requires minimal styling, which is what our clients want. When they leave the salon, the hair's looking amazing. Lekin jab khar jate, they struggle to get the finishing. Next step, Vin, what are we doing?
So now I've just literally put a number 2 in. My next step will be using the 1.5 guard, well, 1 guard, putting into a 1.5. I'm going to literally be doing guard skipping technique. Now, guard skipping technique is the way I work depending on the haircut I do. If I use an ascend or a descend, I can use the same technique, but in different stages. They tend to say that use a C motion to flick out and to blend in. With myself, I tend to go straight up, but I control it where I want it to go. So with this, as you can see right now, just using my 1.5, and I'm guard skipping into my number 2, 3, and 4. This just makes it a nice smoother transition to fade the hair. So now I've gone into a 1. I'm just gonna break that line up between the number 2 and 1 and 0, just to bring out that fade that I'm after.
So talk to me, what was your client's hair looking like before?
To be honest, so Santosh had pretty much a lot of this length all over. He had it from his ears, going over his ears. It was overgrown in this area. His fringe, what it is, I'm gonna be very honest with you. A lot of men tend to bald either towards the top or within the recession areas. What we're trying to create up here is actually a style that will suit Santosh, whether it's straight, triangular. With me, what I've done is use the triangular section and just basically square the top off. So it makes his face longer. So when when he does wear a suit or a shirt or a tie, it does look trendy and personal.
So what you'll find is I'm actually taking quite big sections. Normally, I would take sections no bigger than this because you lose the tension. Like, I've done the prep backstage. 80% of this shape's already been cut, okay? So I'm just working this panel, that panel, it's done. Then comes the main part, the front feature, where we're gonna take the fringe really short and show you how we frame that face. And most importantly, the styling behind this. So Vin, you were here yesterday. How did you find the crowd yesterday compared to today, energy-wise?
The crowd yesterday was crazy. It was absolutely jam-packed. It was buzzing. A lot of people had energy. Obviously, it's morning right now, so we may not get that same amount of energy.
I think we can get the energy in Bombay because everybody told me Bombay's the city of dreams. Lekin, it seems to me that the crowd here is still dreaming and sleeping because they're still asleep.
They're still asleep. Sutacho.
Still asleep. Bombay. I've told Vin, this is the first time Vin's done work here in Bombay. He's done Delhi with me. Delhi's crowd was really loud. I told him Bombay's gonna be even louder, the energy's gonna be crazy. You're doing my, what's the word? What's embarrass? Embarrass. In Hindi.
Embarrassed.
Shut up.
What's embarrassed?
No. What?
Sharminda. Sharmata hai. Sharmata hai.
He's embarrassed. They're embarrassing me. They're so quiet.
Sharam aa gaya hai. Pura aadmi quiet hai. Kyun?
I want you to show Vin the energy of Bombay. So after 3, I want you to all make some noise. He needs to understand you guys are better than Delhi, right? Or is Delhi better? Only one person. So the rest of you think Delhi's better. He thinks Bombay's better. Well done. Okay? So after 3, I want to hear you make some noise. 1, 2, 3. Were you yawning or?
Come on, guys. We said 1,
2, 3.
There you go.
Now we're awake.
There you
Now
go.
I feel like delivering. Yeah? So Bin,
Yep.
what are we doing?
So I've just literally finished fading this side. I'm going to be going in with my double zeros at the end. Just to
Why
give it
double
that-
zero?
Sorry?
Why double?
Why double?
Yep.
Why
the
double
difference
zero?
between
I want to go
zero-
right into his skin, as short as I can. So I'm going to be using my Pro Trim from Iconic to get that. These are really good, sharp, precise, ergonomically it fits into my hand, works well, it's light, quiet, very quiet, right JJ?
You definitely. So explain to some people here that may not know. Difference between 0, 00 and 000. Or is it 50?
So, there's actually 3 different sets of zeros if you think about it. You got your normal zeros, right?
Which is on the clipper.
On the clipper.
Which is clipper closed.
Yep, this is the Pro Masters that I've got. Very close as well. But to get it even more precise, I then go down to a 00 to make the outlines of the hair. Yeah? And also, if I want to get into the skin, when I get into the skin with the 00s, I then can use the 000, which is close enough as a cutthroat. So that's what we want to do. We want to get the shortest we can in a certain area and then fade upwards or fade downwards to get that reverse fade that we're after, and then get the outline of his beard, as I've done on this side, which I'll be redefining later on.
So now, back of the hair is all layered. My one length is already there. So when I come and style this with a diffuser, I'm gonna get all that texture from the mullet. Lekin, these are longer, so where the color comes through, you'll see it a lot easier. We come into the front now. This is the area which a lot of people worry about. How short can we go, and how can we connect this to the rest of the haircut? So, we're gonna take the hair out and simply split it. So I'm gonna wet it first. Apex to recession. I don't need this hair for now. I'm working solely on the fringe. I'm working with this, I don't need this. Same on the other side. We wet the hair down. comb the hair from apex to recession. I need this hair and none of this. This I will show you how to connect towards the end.
Bring your chin down.
Do we have any questions? Quick questions here? Technically or with the shape, so सब कुछ समझ गया ना what I'm doing so far? So I'm going to take the length. Now I have two options I can do. Blunt cut, which is not going to look good, in my opinion, because we have a lot of length, a lot of flow. What we're going to do is take the length so it kind of sits like this, a lot more smoother to one side. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to start layering my fringe. We comb the hair from where we need. And I'm going to start taking cross sections. Section comes in cross. And I'm working cross because this is the movement I want on the fringe. The section goes where the hair flows. If the hair is flowing this way, I want the section to be this way, not straight. I'm going to come in with my razor. Just any old simple texturizing razor. I'm going to decide my length. We take the length to about here. And we're going to come in. And start raising that out. And I'm going to keep layering and layering and layering. Because I want to create some movement now. Vin, how are you getting on?
Oh, good, thank you, bro. Literally just finished doing a fade on the beard. What I'm now going to be doing is moving up to the top of the hair, working all the way along the sides, the back as well. What I want to show today is I'm just going to do a slight bit of graduation work, working it from the side panel, going into the back. And the way I'm going to be doing this is literally by section by section. And what I want to do, as I mentioned earlier, is really enhance the back area of Santosh's hair. Just this area up here. I want to be able to cut it into a straight graduation out here. And then I'm going to angle it so it goes into his occipital. And I'm going to have this bottom hair flaring out. So it really emphasizes the style that I really want to go for.
So you mentioned the word graduation. It gets thrown around a lot.
Yep.
What is graduation?
So graduation, I'm going to be basically building weight on one side and then basically going shorter into the area where I think it's not needed so that the hair can flow much better. As we said, section goes where the hair flows. And the reason why we do that is that so it complements the head shape as well as the style.
So I can now see I've come here, this hair is already short. I'm not going to waste time cutting it because it's not going to come in the guide. I do everything visually. I look at the haircut and see how it's going to suit somebody. I've taken this length here on purpose. Why? To show you, in my opinion, this length is still too long because it's going to come in his eyes, right? So I'm going to go again. The process of why I'm doing this is to show you. Client may say, you come in and the client goes, how short do you want the fringe? Yahan tak. Like when you finish it and you have a look, it's not looking good. So you adjust it according to your client's needs. So I'm going to go back in again. This time I'm going to slice through. And we're going to go slightly shorter. Now that's sitting good. Now we're getting the shape we want. And then I'm just going to continue as I did all the way through. Any other questions so far, people? No? What are you doing, Vin? Talk me through that section.
So literally right now, this is one of my secrets actually. I'm going to be
What's the
showing.
secret? Share the secret.
Yeah, I'm going to show you one of my secrets on how I section hair and why I section hair the way I do. So I'm literally dissecting the haircut panel by panel. And the reason why I do this is I want to create weight in this section here that I've triangled off. Into this section up here, I've created weight so that when I cut it straight on a straight elevation, it may look straight to you from there, but what I'm doing actually is chamfering this whole area up here and then bringing it into the main area where I faded. So I'm creating weight but adding texture to it as well. Then I'm going to connect that into the back area here. So what I tend to do is I literally, that's it, pull it out here, pull this section from the top. I always say the wetter the better, you know, and you got to do this. You got to wet the hair so that you have got even tension and you've groomed it well enough. So when you do pull out this section, I'm going to be holding it there. So I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to hold that section just there. Got the angle which is slightly longer on top, going to the shortest area where I faded. And that's when I'll be literally taking my section and giving it a nice clean cut. Then again, groom it, and then take the second section, and then you've got your guideline at the bottom.
So I'm just finishing off this last bit of the fringe before I go on to the connection method, texturizing, and then styling. So now we've got the length here, we've got the length here. Lekin, all of this is disconnected. How do we connect? Easiest way I'm going to be connecting is I'm going to change up my sectioning pattern again. We're going to now take it right from the crown to here, bottom of the ear. And we're going to start graduating, like Vin just mentioned. This is the section pattern I'm going to take from the edge of the ear to the crown, and I'm going to start working this motion here so we blend into the back, literally by pulling everything forward section by section. Come in. My guide will come from the top where I've already cut the hair. Come in, and we're just going to slice through because I just want a very rough texture. We take the next section. My guide is now going to come from above.
So what are you doing there, JJ? Feather razor?
Feather razor. I just want that texture. I want that natural bit of movement. Because when I come to styling it, it will just flow a lot better. Because I'm not going for this dry look. I'm finding the latest trend now is people are going back to this messy, slick back look.
Yep.
You know? And it's working a lot better.
You know what? I love using that feather razor. That feather razor not only debulks the hair, but adds a lot of texture to it that a normal scissor or point cutting and all of that can't do. What did you say, JJ? Would you agree? Would you disagree? What would you say?
Totally agree with you. You know, anybody can cut hair if we teach them the basics. However, how do you personalize it to make it your haircut so that the client always comes back to you as a stylist, right? That's going to come through personalization. How long you got left, Vin?
I'm pretty much done on the sides. How long we got?
I don't know how long we've got.
Literally, I've got the back to do and just layer the top in and then I'm sorted.
Nice. So I'm finishing off this section, taper in the sideburns, and then styling, and we're done. So again, my guide now will come again from this side. Guide's about there. We come in and we start slicing through. Now my guide will come from above. So I don't need to worry about this top. This can go to the side for now. It's no issue. The guide will come from top. final section. Guide will come from the top, which is there. And we're good. Vin, I'm going to move on to some styling now.
Hey,
I'm going to move on to some styling. What are you doing?
I'm literally gonna do this top section
Yeah.
over there. I've created the back now. The back shape is done. And then I'm just literally gonna be doing the beard line up, and then I'm sorted pretty much.
G. So, before I go into styling actually, let's quickly taper out those sideburns. So we're gonna take clipper, and we're probably gonna take maybe one guard. Let's go with a number half. I'm literally gonna take my half open because I only want to fade up to a 1. I want to keep the bulkiness around the top. Straight up, I'm not pushing no guideline, just where the hair falls out. Half open, we come in and we start removing that weight. Because we want the shortness and sharpness. Off, guard comes off, 0 comes in. 025. 0.5. I can now come in with my trimmers and just start lining up. So we're just lining up, keeping it as natural as possible. And then literally the same on the other side.
Going for a wet look or dry look, JJ?
I'm probably going to go for a natural look, you know. Again, although there's a certain amount of prep that goes on with models, I always end up changing my prep because I tailor the haircut to the person, not just how their face is, but also what they're wearing. So I know our models have got quite interesting clothing, complete 2 different styles. This is where you'll see that, you know, the reason why I've gone for quite an edgier look is because of the overall look of my client. I've sat down, I've spoken to my client on what he likes doing, what he likes wearing, you know, without telling them what you're wearing. Yeah, we were talking about a type of TV series in prep time, right? What was it called?
What?
The type of TV series.
Type of TV series.
Yeah, you like watching.
Oh.
Begins with A. Japanese. We were talking about this.
Oh, anime.
What was that?
Anime.
So based on what he likes, I've created a look, and we've dressed him accordingly. So based on that, you'll understand why I've gone for this sort of look. Based on that, you'll see why I've actually styled. I'm going to be styling with the products I've chosen as well. You know, so it's a very versatile and it's an individual thing. Because although I have my salon in the UK, I spend a lot of time doing editorial shoots for magazines, TV, film artists, but it's not what I want to do. As stylists, what tends to happen is sometimes we let our egos get in the way. I think this person will look good with this haircut, so I'm going to do that. No, wrong. As a stylist, the haircut is there not to make the person. The person is the person. The haircut is there to complement the person. So you have to adjust things on what you think will work best. Cool, let's go on to styling. Products. Let's go for just a small bit amount of mousse into the back of the hair. Just to start giving me that lift. Again, how you start up, we can dry it completely and give a dry look with powders and everything. But again, he mentioned anime. Quite out there. Very creative, smooth styling, long bits of hair. I personally don't watch a lot of anime. You do. So I was sitting there taking inspirations. When I went back to the hotel, I'm sitting there thinking, anime to me, I might be wrong. When somebody says anime to me, the first thing I think is Dragon Ball Z. That's not anime, no? Is it anime? Oh, okay, so I was right.
Hey, anime is good, man.
I don't have nothing against it. I've just never thought, I'm going to go on YouTube or on Netflix and start watching Amazon. Me, myself, people think British born, he's going to watch this, that, and the other. Do you know what I love watching? These new Desi like serials and stuff that come on Netflix and Amazon Prime, That's what I watch.
Yep.
So again, just diffusing the back now before I add my final product.
That help.
I really just want to start bringing through those layers before I start going in with my final styling. What are we looking for?
Feather razor.
Blades or feather razor?
Feather razor.
There. What'd you want?
Feather razor.
I had a feather razor. You watch. There it is.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you.
Again, just really diffusing to start getting this product through and giving the lift. Then I'm going to give it another layer of product. I'm now going to switch from my diffuser, switch to some product, and I want to go quite smooth on the front. So, let me have a look at some of your products. Have you got a pomade?
I say put some pomade in.
Where's your pomade? There we go.
Add a bit of texture spray to it.
So, what I'm going to do, with a lot of texture sprays and stuff, you can apply directly to the hair. Like in what I tend to do, on my hands. It's in my hand, product comes in, I'm now evenly distributing, and I'm able to have a bit more control through this product without it getting too greasy in the hair. Whereas when you apply the product straight away, you find there's clumps in the hair, then you're sitting there combing it out. I just want to really give it a bit of gloss, so I'm just going to comb through it with my hands and start framing the shape. Taking it through the sides and just really getting it through the hair now. How are we getting on, Vin?
All good. I'm just literally gonna texture the back end of his hair, and then I'm just gonna start drying and then razor his beard. That's it.
Again, if you have any questions, this is your chance to ask now. We will be around, we're around the venue the whole day today. If we're not here, you'll probably catch us on the Iconic stand. We're on the Iconic stand just at the top of the building as soon as you walk in.
Nice. Nice, nice.
And now it's just a bit of personalization, how we play around with this hair.
So guys, what I'm going to be doing right now is just applying a bit of texture spray and sea salt, actually texture spray on some damp hair. And the reason why I'm going to be doing this is almost like a pre-styling spray, but this is just so that it gives it a body, just a bit of structure into the hair, brings it a bit of sturdiness on how I want his hair to be styled. At this point, I'm literally just going to then go straight in with my hairdryer, not too powerful, not too even like on the main section of where it's too wet. I just want to give it a slight dry and then let itself dry, to be honest.
So you're drying and then what, products, and we're good to go?
Yep. Medium heat, I'd say. Nothing too hot. I really want to enhance the shape of this haircut.
So why medium, sorry, and not fast or?
I want it to dry naturally. Sometimes the force of the heat as well as the power of the hairdryer tends to either dry the hair too quickly and set to what you don't want it possibly to be. So I believe, let's say even my hair for instance, I tend to put texturizing spray in and I just let it dry, self-dry, and the natural curls just come out. So I believe sometimes over-styling your hair then becomes something too sophisticated and something that you don't possibly want to achieve.
I'm on finishing stages in a minute, Vin.
Hey?
I'm almost on finishing stages because I'm conscious of time.
Cool, bro.
Final step. You can then switch in with a small amount of texturizing powder into the back to give it that small bit of lift. Again, I'm literally only taking the very smallest amount in my hand. Comes in. And I start getting that bit more volume towards the top whilst having the smoothness on the sides.
JJ,
Yes.
people wants to hear you in Hindi.
Somebody wants to hear my Hindi. Kya bolo Hindi mein? Batao.
Whatever you are explaining.
It depends who's asking me the question. Question kaun puch rahe?
So people ask me, please tell him that to explain us in Hindi.
Okay. क्या explain करो हिंदी में? बताओ आप. हिंदी में क्या बताओ? Sectioning बताता हूँ. देख अभी मैंने पहले step था. Apex, you're testing me now. Apex to ear के पीछे मैंने section लिया था. No, कान के पीछे मैंने section लिया था. फिर occipital से नीचे horizontal ले लिया. Section 1 left किया. उसके बाद I took center. मैंने center sections लिया. You're putting me on the spot, bro. मैंने center sections लिया. Square लेके 90 degrees पे. उसके बाद we went in and recession से apex से fringe को disconnect किया था. और हम लोग ने slicing और razor technique लेके we created the length of the fringe. उसके बाद मैंने recession से कान के आगे से section लिया. Guideline fringe के साथ पहले section लिया guideline. उसके बाद ऊपर से लिया मैंने blending के लिए. Was that good enough? Do I get a permanent job with PB now? And I
I
add this
really
to my
love your
resume.
Hindi, guys. I really love your Hindi.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
Good, thank you. So, look, the possibilities with this haircut are endless. If you want to wear it down, if you want to wear it all back, you can wear it back. What are we helping you with? Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Helping
What are we
me?
doing?
Helping me. I'm literally
Assisting you. Sorry, assisting.
I'm literally putting the razor line in right now
Sweet.
so that we can define that nice clean edge of his hair.
Nice.
Just literally hair dried his hair now.
And what products are you going to use? Let's get some
I've
products out.
literally used some texturizing spray.
So
Gonna
texturizing
literally-
spray. What else do you need?
All I'm gonna do is the dry matte clay now,
Yep.
and I'm gonna style it up, and then we're sorted.
So people, I've got quick questions here. We're almost finished. Iske baad we're finished. We're gonna come off stage. Like music will start. You will see this look finished, plus one other look we've finished. And then I'll be back on stage maybe 3 o'clock with the whole iconic team with something completely different. So if you have any questions, please do ask. Or you can come and see us after. Okay? That looks pretty good to me. We're going, what, texturizing spray and
Dry matte clay.
dry matte clay. So let's
Yep.
go. Dry matte clay, texturizing spray. I'll stand here like your assistant now. Yeah?
Perfect.
Hello,
Thank
sir.
you very much. I've got the texturizing spray already. Gonna get the dry matte clay in now.
Dry matte clay. Or what, I can't, see, I'm trying my best with the Hindi. Or kya lekar aao, sir? Chai, coffee, pani, na.
Chai, please. Ek chai ne fafra lete aao na, please.
So, we're there. We're done. My model's about to go off stage.
Literally.
I'm going to take my model off stage, prep him up. You finish off,
Done.
and then we'll get all the models off. So
No
we're going to
problem.
keep this on if you come with me, my man. Come through. Come. Chill. Let's come this way.
So guys, I've just literally put the triangle at the back. You'll see in a little while. Just when I spin him round. literally had this nice dovetail thing going on at the back for him. I prefer a dry matte look. Santosh, I think he prefers a dry natural look as well. Nothing too much with too much product in it. As you can see, I've done a triangle section here. Created this to enhance it and to split the hair into something, make it look more flowy and natural. What do you think, guys? Like it? Yeah? Wicked. Right, Santosh, when you're ready, come on.